Hey everybody, welcome back to Side by Side. I know most of you know us, but for those of you who don't, I'm Sylvia. I'm a boss babe.
And I'm Courtney. I'm a proud mom and a growth influencer. And together we're
Side
side
by
by
side.
side.
Hey, I hope everybody's having a great day. And thank you for joining us today. We are doing part one of our 4-part series on DISC. So I hope everybody is curious and wants to know what the first one's going to be about. Courtney's going to go ahead and share that with you guys. So we're going to start out with, I believe it's called The Winner. So which one is that?
Well, the winner is D styles are motivated by winning, competition, and success. They prioritize taking action, accepting challenges. Oh boy, yeah, I agree on that one. And achieving results. I also agree on that one. Also often described as direct, demanding, strong will, driven, determined. These styles tend to be outspoken, but can be rather skeptical and questionings of others, just not sure. That's a D, wouldn't you say?
Exactly. So how many of you know that particular style of person? I mean, and D's are usually almost to the T. If you notice, they're like either all of that or most of that, which is something that we have noticed with D's. And I know Courtney mentioned last time that both of our significant others are both D's. So
Yeah.
that's how we can tell you. Yeah, they're pretty much, a D when you meet one.
And you see the D, you see Sylvia is DI. And you see, that's how I said I was shy, and my husband the D. So I'm sure you guys are kind of going.
Yeah, and it's not as bad as it sounds. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
But
once you get to know, once you get to know how to
exactly.
communicate and what their styles are, you're able to
Mhm.
go boop, boop, boop. It's
Yeah,
like with my
and
husband. I can't tell him a story. I can't say, oh, we did this and this and this and this. Oh, this is what Sylvia said, and this is all that. He's like, just get to the point and tell me blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
they don't want no sidelines. It's like get to it and let me decide. That's it.
And sometimes I tell him he's boring. He is at
No,
times.
because they don't want to hear, people like us, we want to tell a story. And they're like, no,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. Just tell me why you want to talk to me. That's it. So they're very cut and dry, like the description says, very competitive.
Oh, yeah.
Those people that have to win or have to be the better, they're most likely a D.
Mm-hmm.
So that So if you meet somebody, like for instance, I meet I don't know Courtney, and I meet her, and we are at like I'm at a dance place and we're dancing, and I'm like, oh, all clunky, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't do too well. And then I meet Courtney, and she's out there, she knows what she's doing, and the teacher shows something, but then yet Courtney says, oh, I could do it better. There you go. There's your G. Another example.
Those love.
They love competition and winning and always being right, whether they're right or not. So for me, I think this personality, since I have so little of it, I'm just kidding, is probably the one that a lot of people need to pay attention to the most. Because with them being the strong will, they're the ones not to change, not to budge.
Yeah. And see,
So
I have D in me. I'm an SD, but I'm not this. I mean, I see some of this, but I'm not all of this. I'm like half. Like
yeah,
prioritize taking action. Yeah, I am, because that's part of like taking care of paperwork, taking care of.
so it depends on how much percentage you are. Like I said, I'm very, very little. And don't get me wrong, I can be direct. I can be, you know what, don't waste my time. Get to it. But that's not like an everyday thing for me. It just depends on the situation. So I can be like that selectively when necessary. Let's put it that way, but it's not that's not my style, the way I am normally. But yeah, so with those right there, those are the biggest traits of the D that you guys will recognize from that personality. Now there's more, like we said, we're just touching it. There is more to a D, which Courtney's going to go over on how to determine how to spot one. Those are the highest ones that for sure you're going to be like, yeah, this person's a D. But if you're not sure, well, that will help you decide whether they are a D or not. Right, Courtney?
Yep. All with it. These fears, this is what they're fear. Being seen.
Okay, hold on, Courtney. Fears of a D?
Of a D.
Okay, these are fears that they have.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
They have. Being seen as vulnerable or being taken advantage of.
Now, what's a good example of that, Courtney?
I'll sure my husband's okay. My husband has a big heart and he'll give, and then he's been taken advantage of, and it really, you could tell that he gets really upset with it and all that, because he doesn't, that's one of their fears, and that when it happens, they just shut down. That's what a D does, because that's one of their fears, is being taken advantage of. But they have big hearts, and I know Ron has a big heart, so Ron and Wayne both got big hearts. Values, D's values, these are D personality values: competency, action, concrete results, personal freedom, and challenges.
So can you give us an example of that one?
Oh, challenges. Yeah, if they're in a sport or they're playing against each other, the D is going to always want to win. They're going to do whatever they can take to win, because they do not like to lose.
And they like to have a plan.
Yeah.
So when it says, concrete results, here's another example. Poor guys, we're going to be using them for examples. Anyways, in his line of work, he needs to make sure that what he's doing is going to work. So that's why he makes a good boss, because he makes sure that everything is in line, that all ducks are together, and the end result, it's going to be exactly what it's supposed to be.
Yep. And I see a lot in Ron. Yep, absolutely. D's, what they overuse: the need to win, resulting in a win.
So how about an example of that?
They're just very competitive. It's just like, if I don't get this, I'm going to be all pissy.
Or here's this is the best one. You're playing a board game. They don't win. And what do you hear? Let's play again. And then they don't win again. Let's play again.
That's my daughter. That's my daughter who's a D.
Then you get the feeling like, what, do you think I cheated? Because you didn't win? I'm telling you.
Yep.
Yeah, it gets deep. It gets deep. So that's just a simple example of lose-win situation on that one.
Yep. And then D's that influence others by assertiveness, insistence, and competition.
Okay. So an example of that one.
Why don't you give the example of that one? How they influence others to be that way.
Okay. So good example. If they do something and other people follow or do it. So again, being a boss, this is really a good trait, because I use me back in the day. I used to be a contractor. So what I would do is, believe it or not, I would show the guys in the field exactly what to do. And my thing was, look, I'm a girl. I could do it. You could do it. And that was perfect, because they did exactly what I showed them to do. So that's a good thing if you have people working beneath you or for you. That way you can get things done properly. That's not a bad trait. That is a good trait. That way they can follow you. So it's good to be, again, the leader on that situation.
Yeah. Now, in conflict, speaks up about problems, which they do. D's will speak up. There's a problem, they will not. They'll go and be assertive and get it handled. They won't wait. Looks to even the score. Some D's are like that.
So example?
Oh boy. Hold on. I wasn't expecting that one. I'm gonna throw it back to you.
That way people could be like, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
So, I guess the D is a good one for us since we know 2 Ds. We could use a lot of examples on that one. But say,
I got one. My husband used to be a race car driver when he was little. And if someone cuts you off in his younger years, he would go and race and even the scorer, he'd go and try to cut that person off. That's how he used to be when I first met him.
Yeah, and again, that's part of competition.
Yep.
Why did he cut me off? I should have cut him off first. Let me do it. Even the score. Let me see if I could do it first.
Yep. But I love my husband now. He does not do that anymore. Actually,
he doesn't cut people off?
Driving. He hates driving. So I do all the driving now.
Gotcha.
Okay, what a D could improve on? Patience and empathy.
Example?
Patient. Instead of a woman who takes forever to get ready, they want them like downstairs, 3 o'clock, work on.
Are you ready yet? Well, didn't you just ask me 5 minutes ago? Oh my goodness. I can't even imagine a female. Oh my God. I can't imagine.
Yeah. I have females. All my girls are all D's. Aubrey is a D, Chesney's a D, and Lindsay's a D. They're all D's.
And they're all like that? They don't have any patience?
Aubrey, she's younger. She's still growing. But Aubrey, it's like, we're going. Bye. See ya.
That's a D. So if you have those friends that say, hey, let's do something, and you're not ready, they're like, we're going. You could definitely say, okay, D.
Yeah. Or Aubrey will just tell them how it is and don't care. She'll just go blah, 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 and don't care. She's just like, see ya. Just walk off. She won't put up with anything.
Yeah. So again, these are all additional traits to look for on top of the first one, the first main ones that we mentioned.
Yeah.
So I was telling you guys, it goes deep. Okay. You know what I mean? There's nothing shy, but there's plenty to learn for everybody. Now, let me see here. There's more.
Yes, there's more. Classic patterns. They're developer, result-oriented, inspirational, and creative. Yes, they definitely.
So when you say classic patterns, that means they're
just classic patterns of their personality.
Okay.
Developer, result-oriented, inspirational, creative. Now, D style goals. D tends to have goals such as strive for unique accomplishments. They explore new opportunities, maintain control of the audience, and achieve independence. And get bottom line results. I believe Ron does a lot of that with his business that he does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they want to get the bottom line. Those are their goals. Those are their main goals throughout life for them. D styles may need to spend more energy to show patience.
Oh, these are the other side of the good stuff. Okay.
They need to work on showing patience, display sensitivity, explain the details.
God. Explain, Lucy. I hear that a lot.
Allow for deliberation. Allow the conversation happen. Just not. We're done.
Don't cut you off. I know what I'm talking about. You don't. Bye.
Mhm.
What
Yep.
a lot of one-sided issues there on that.
Yep. And then D style leaders are often commanding and confident, taking care of and focusing on results. They often display leadership characteristics such as these: commanding, resolute, and pioneering. Oh man. Yeah.
Now that makes sense because just a note on the two Ds we were talking about, they're both self-employed. They both have their own business, and you would need a lot of these, in order to be successful with your business. So all those, the commanding, the resolute, the pioneering, all that stuff.
Yep.
I mean, they have that.
Mhm.
So it makes sense. So
When you're
more
meeting a
things
D,
to look for.
yes. But when you are meeting a D, just don't give them a story. Just if they ask you a question, give them the direct answer and be done with it. You'll be a lot happier that you did because
Or learn your lessons. Jesus, it's like, damn it, didn't I do that the first time?
they don't want stories. They don't want, well, this happened and this happened and this happened, just to get to the end results. Just tell them the end results. And you know what? And I'll be honest, I'm still at fault with it because that's not my personality. I've had to learn to talk to my husband and his personality, and vice versa. He said to have years talking to me because he realized, it's like, oh, she doesn't take my D too well. I need to kind of, soften it or try to explain it to her because I don't. And I have some D in me, and I see some of this D in me, but it's not as strong. I'm not as strong in that part. I'm at just a little bit above average for D, but my S is above average.
So Courtney is explaining to you, this is her husband. She's been with him for a long time, and she's still learning, how to communicate with the D, the D side. So that gives you guys kind of like a hint. Sometimes you can't. It takes a while to get to know people and to continue growing with them and knowing them. So that's why we felt that sharing this with you guys would help you, because like we said, there's a lot involved. We're just dipping in. We're telling you how you can identify stuff on other people, their styles, their likes, what they normally do, what their goals are. And actually, it's fun to know about that, about other people, how they react. That way it helps you communicate with them better. So I hope it wasn't too much, but like I said, this is only D. This is not any of the other ones. And this is just the beginning. Like I said, there is more to it, but this here, should create some type of curiosity, because when something rings a bell with you, you're going to be like, oh yeah, that's right. And then it will create interest, and hopefully you will want to learn more about it, about, other people's personalities, styles. And do you have anything else to add, Courtney?
Yeah, I'm actually going to give you guys an assignment this week. When you're out and about and talking to people, see if you find any Ds, just to see, just to kind of get you aware of a D personality. And you'll be kind of be focusing on D personalities, so you can kind of see how they are. That way, when you start communicating more and get to know more of the other personalities, you'll be able to look at that person, talk to them, and go, oh, okay, that's an I personality. Oh, she's an S personality. It'll start coming up. But be on a hunt for a D personality, or even listening at a coffee shop or someplace else. Just that will start helping you.
So to make it easy, do your I'm sure you would know in your own circle who is AD. Like literally just think about it. Who is all these things? And it's going to come to you. Mm-hmm. And that's a good way to practice, start with, and like Courtney said, when you go out, do the same thing, but start with your identifying your inner circle, your family, your closest friends, and see if you can identify what they are. And then, like I said, a light bulb's going to go in your head and you're going to be like, wow, this is pretty interesting.
Yes.
I get to learn other people's personalities. by these traits, by their traits, by what they do. And, you know, you can use it, like I said, to help you get along better with the relationship wise. So that's a good little challenge right there for everybody. Whoever does it, let us know. We want to know. We want to hear what the results were. How on point were you? Was it like exactly, yeah, I knew it right away, or did you have to think about it? You know, see other stuff to get you convinced, kind of thing. That'd be interesting, you know, for us to know how to work with you or for you to do that.
Exactly. And also leave comments in below, like Sylvia said, you know, let us know. Leave a comment, say, hey, I did it. I found 3 people who are a D. Or you got questions, you got suggestions, leave them in the comments below. And if this video gave you value, please give it a thumbs up. That really would help us to know that we are giving value out to you guys, because that's what we really want. And Sylvia, I'm going to throw it back to you.
No, I'm just kidding. I caught it. So with that being said, I'm always going to end with my famous saying, always be consistent, because everything is subject to change. And don't forget, you know, to come back, because we have 3 more DISC personalities to go over with you. And in the end, and again, like Courtney said, anything down there, which is fine. And we'd love to hear from you guys. This is such a great topic here. So want to hear your feedback.
Yes.
All right. So thanks for joining us, guys. Until next time, we are going to do the I personality on DISC. That will be part 2 of 4 parts. And we look forward to seeing you guys and you guys learning. Remember, we're here for you.
Yep.